What's up, fellas? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL cornerback of the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints, and now I'm coaching you guys up. All right, so I saw this clip on Instagram. It's Patrick Peterson making an amazing play. I'm going to show it 3 times, and then we're going to go over some things that I definitely wanted to express to you guys when it comes to playing ball. And just even from a coach's perspective um, of what I see, and that could possibly help you guys out as well. All right. Make sure you guys email me if you have any questions. Um, During the season, I'm a little bit slower on getting back to emails, just to let you know. It's gonna at least be a day or two, but I don't know, man. This is like my break time. This is when I feel like I'm just watching ball for the most part, and then off season we go hard. But I definitely get back to you. All right, fellas. Make sure you guys hit me up. Email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Definitely get all the programs. Remember, the one-on-one mastery program is technique based, so it's the strategies and techniques. So it's not necessarily about the workouts. You can still work out during the season. But for the most part, it's maintaining mind and body training program is maintained. Now the mind, remember, you always want to be programming that for success. So that's what I do that most teachers don't, or most coaches don't necessarily do. I'm talking about trainers, actually, not coaches. Most trainers don't do to focus on the body, mental toughness, but you definitely want to continue to program your mind for success. Program subconscious mind. It's extremely important. Make sure you guys are watching your film. I'll say 2 to 4 hours every single day. And I have a video on here, one way of how to watch film. So make sure you go to the channel and watch all of that, okay? Let's go ahead and watch it. Patrick Patrick Peterson is up at the top. So he takes a pick to the house. Very important, fellas. We're talking about disruption. So if we're talking about in our press man, I say, hey, don't open the gate because you're not really disrupting the route. Just open the gate. But disruption can mean a lot of things. Man, look, turnovers, takeaways. It's extremely important that you get turnovers and takeaways. It disrupts everything, okay? It's such a big deal. I ask my guys, what do they know? What do you know about the turnover ratio? Okay. The more takeaways, the more picks, the more fumble recoveries that you guys get, the the percentage, you're more likely for your team to win the game. All right. So the ratio is how many we get to how many our offense gives up. So if we're getting a lot of interceptions, if we're getting fumble recoveries, that gives our team a better. I talk about Sean Payton, man. And one of the biggest things about Sean Payton, the coach for the New Orleans Saints, all right, man, it's all statistics. Like the first 2 to 3 hours of the football meeting, fellas, for the New Orleans Saints. And I'm just talking about any year. I'm talking about the Super Bowl winning year, 2009. Bro, statistics. Hey, we have a higher percentage, a 37 37% chance of doing this. It's always statistics. So, I mean, very important in this play, and especially if you score. So that if you watch football with me, anytime, let me pause it. Anytime a guy gets a pick or a fumble recovery, I'm like, score, 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 get to the numbers, score. So that's why, man, it's very important if you score on defense. Guys, if you score on defense, so it's one thing if you get a takeaway. But then if you score on defense, oh man, that's huge. That's basically when I was playing at Ohio University my sophomore year, we had one of the best defenses in the country, statistically, on paper. That was a big deal because our offense was not good. They helped manage the game. So basically we had a good running back. Our quarterback wasn't great, but he was mature and he could manage the game. So basically the plan was hopefully we can score. Let's wear their defense down. Our defense is going to shut them down. We're going to man up everywhere and then we're going to send pressure, right? So I want to tell you that. Now, on this play, we're talking about zone coverage. All right. I'm not sure. I saw two singles. Not two single, but two safeties deep. Um, it's hard for me to kind of tell if it was 4 or 2. And I say 2, you're like, all right, well, he wasn't really up on the flats. He didn't get a reroute. This is for like you guys when it comes to deception. So we talked about the art of war, right? Let me take this back right here. All right. So it depends. Once you get the basics down, all right, it's gonna be about deception. And this is from coaches and players. As long as the communication is right between the corners, safeties, and DB coaches, or just coaches in general, what you can start to do is mess with their heads a little bit. So let's say it was cover two. It doesn't really matter if it's cover two or cover four. Let's say this was cover two. Okay. What we would do sometimes was we would show that I'm playing a zone, we're in zone, right? But I'm playing off. So like it's possibly 3 or 4. Maybe even man. Sometimes we'll show it doesn't matter. All right. Uh we would show like we're playing off, but really we have the flats. Okay. So at the snap, you'll see, let's watch it again. Okay. So, and I'm really speaking hypothetically too, okay? But we would show this. So the communication between the cornerback and the safety is, look, he knows that he's going to play, he got half, right? So he's basically got over top, but he's not going to show this. He's not going to show like he's over here. He's going to show like he's over here. And then he's going to roll at the last second over top. And he has his half. And what I'm going to do is I'm sitting on everything. Okay? I'm sitting on everything. You'll see. And look, man, the 3-step right here, 1, 2, 3, money. 5-yard out, speed out, money. Right? 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't matter. I'm sitting on everything. But I'm showing a different coverage. I'm being deceptive. Right? We're in disguise. That's when a lot of plays can be made. Now, obviously, you're gonna have to watch a lot of film. You're gonna have to know when to call it, right? Um, Very important. But look, that's what you're doing. You're playing chess with these guys. Okay. Now, even if it wasn't cover four, that means this was an excellent what? 3-step drop. Look how tight this receiver split is. Ooh, man. Guys, y'all gotta see it. Look how tight this receiver split is. Let's watch it again. And he stems outside. You know how long Patrick Peterson been playing this game, fellas? He stems outside to do what? You know what receiver stem means? Do you know what he's doing to us or attempting to do? So he stems. He starts right here and he's like, oh, shoot, I need to make sure I get at least head up with the guy before I make my speed out. Right. Let's watch it again. It's money. It's easy money for Patrick Peterson. It's easy money. He's able to read the 3-step. He's playing outside shade because on this clip, the announcer was like, oh, they're playing more zone this year. All right, so that is true. And we're going to talk about that zone versus man. All right, and making plays because I want to tell you about that. Fortunately, all the teams I had an opportunity to have a mixture of it, so I had really good coaches. But look, let's watch the 3-step. You read the 3, playing outside shade, 3-step, stemming me outside, money, easy money, and then we gotta house it. And that's what I was saying. I was like, score. Oh, it's easy. Look, we high stepping it. All right. So really, it doesn't even. You playing? I mean, I know he's in zone because look how far over he is. If we were playing man, we'd probably be a little bit tighter to him. Outside shade still, but we're in some form of zone, right? We're in some form of zone, but I'm just giving you variations. Like if you were playing cover two, and your coach, like, be deceptive sometimes, but you got to know the basics. So if you don't know the basics of stuff, if you can't perform the basics, then you got to just stick to where you do, so you're not out of position, right? But you could be cover two. You could be in cover two at certain points of the game. and show something totally different and then sit on it. Money. Cover 4, quarters, right? Outside or 3. You know, 3 too. I showed you a clip in cover 3 where a guy read the 3-step, right? Now, let's talk about the difference between zone and man and when it comes to making plays, fellas. All right? So when it comes to making plays, you will notice when your team runs zone more, that's usually when guys make more picks, tips, and overthrows. Why? Why do you think that is? Right here, it's hard to tell because I mean it's a 3-step, so it doesn't matter if you're man, zone. If you're playing off and you see a 3-step, especially with this split, you know that's money. You can pick that off. So it's really this isn't the clip to necessarily play, but your eyes are usually going to be inside more, right? So let's say down here, let's say we're playing off man and he runs a deep route. You do what you call a man turn. So what is a man turn? A man turn, let's say you basically turn into the man. Because I get a lot of, and the reason why I'm making this video about this is because a lot of people ask, I think people get zone and man mixed up, like, young guys. But a man is very simple. If he's running and I transition and he's going deep, I turn to him. That means my eyes are on him. I turn to him and I run with him. And then you feel when the ball is, whether you look at his eyes, whether you eliminate certain routes in your head, whether you got that time clock in your mind. Either way, then you can turn back to the quarterback when you're squeezing to him. You're squeezing to him. That's a man turn. So in man, your eyes are going to be the only time you look at that quarterback. So first of all, if you press, your eyes are glued on him. And if you're playing off man, the only time you're looking at that quarterback, fellas, is in that first initial quarterback drop. So right here, 3-step, I snap back on him, receiver, right? Now, in zone, there's different variations of zone. So it's hard for you to just play, oh, it's zone. But for the most part, if you're playing cover 2 and you're up there rerouting, right? Let's say you reroute the guy. You turn back inside before you get into your exit angle, right? Now, if you happen to turn like a man turn, which you're not really supposed to do, you got to whip your head back inside. So because you got to see certain stuff coming back into your zone. If you're in cover 3, you got a deep third. He got a deep third, and he has a deep third. Well, guess what? You can't let anything behind you. So he has what? Yeah, 2 receivers right here. He's got a tight end, so it looks like they're in 12 personnel. So we got receiver. Guess what? In cover 3, you got to make sure. What if this dude runs a? What if they run 4 verts or they're a smash concepts, right? Where he runs the corner, he runs a hitch. Guess what? You got to be over top of that corner and then rally to this. So your eyes gonna be inside because you got more threats. You have a zone to cover at the end of the day. And man, you got a man to cover, so you're gonna be only focused on him. So guess what? If you're more focused, if you're focused, let's say you're in zone and you're focused on your, making sure you first of all cover your assignment, but your eyes are inside, you can see where that ball's thrown. Especially like right here. Let's say that he goes deep, you're on outside, your eyes are inside, you can see the quarterback, you can see ball thrown, and then you can go make a play. So you'll notice in zone, you're gonna make more interceptions usually. In man, usually either you can deter a quarterback from throwing it, but let's say he throws up anyways. You can get a pick, you can get picks in man. But you're gonna notice that you're probably gonna get more pass breakups. But in zone, you're gonna make more picks, tips, and overthrows because you can see more. You're more aware. You have less threats. I mean, you have more threats depending on where you are, but you can see more. You can, so it's just different. But either way, you gotta make plays when the opportunity presents itself. And this is an excellent job. The principles still remain. Look, it doesn't matter if we're in 3, 4, or man. Guess what? He ran a 3-step drop. I'm outside shade. He's stemming me outside. I've seen this a million times. I'm talking like I'm Patrick Peterson. He's been in the league for a minute. So you still make the plays, but deception is going to help you as coaches and players. Communication is key. And then studying the route combinations, all that good stuff. So that's going to help you, all right? So just wanted to give you a little idea of the difference between man And zone, you're probably gonna make more interceptions in zone, make more pass breakups in man. Either way, lock them down. All right, fellas.